It's the Stasis Mirror. This matchup is unlike any other type of Magic out there. Watch match 5 to see how I handled it. So I am working on a mono blue list. This is where I'm at right now after consulting Partl's primer on Stasis, looking at a few lists online, including a list that Thursday posted that was just a 5-0 in a league, and apparently he's on mono blue right now. And I figured I would try the same thing. 4 Gush, got 3 Portent, 4 Black Vise, I like 4 Black Vise. Only a single Daze, 1 Counterspell, 4 Arcane Denial. You know, the numbers have changed a little bit, but it's still Stasis. We're gonna lock some people out of the game. We're gonna have a fantastic time while we do it. I'm on the draw in match 1 versus a Krahkraehe. Do I want to keep this hand that's a 1-lander with Forsaken City? I guess. It really needs another island. Getting to rest off this hand is probably fine. Oh, they took my turn 1 Black Vise. Sure. Urza's Baubles, 3 of them. That's not super common in decks like Moneyball Black. And I just hit the island. All right, we are doing okay now. And they revealed the island, so now they know that I have island in my hand. So my entire hand is revealed to them now. Wonder what these Urza's Baubles are for. That is just a Withered Wretch. Do I play Powder Keg? I'm gonna try playing Powder Keg. I haven't played with Powder Keg much, so I am just going to see what this does. Well, I would have loved to Arcane Denial that, but I didn't. They can't take me off of both of my impulses, so let's just see what they hit. All right, they took an impulse off of it. Boldly just casting another 2-drop. Yeah, Cursed Scroll I don't think I care about. I could take the Chain of Vapor, bounce the Hypnotic Scepter, and then just deny it on the way back down. I think I'll end up doing that. And I think I am going to blow the Powder Keg now. Guess I probably should have done it in blocks, just to make sure that they weren't going to pump or something. Well, it's nice that they're doing this now, letting me know that they're not trying to do anything else. And now I can just kind of cleanly bounce this Hypnotic Spectre. And they've just got nothing that they're doing. Black Vise, huh? I'm not going to play that. Yep, let's go ahead and counter this now. A counterspell that cantrips, it's just very nice to have. I've got Flash of Insight that's going to help me find things. I've got Gush that can help me. Mana Short is not particularly useful. I think I am just going to let the duress happen. And they took Flash of Insight. Cabal Therapy, huh? Let me see if I can flash for something good. I found another Powder Keg. I think I will take that. And I am going to Gush once. I just don't want them hitting 2 Gushes for free. And now I've kind of just got a full hand here. Yeah, that's another Curse Scroll. I don't care about that. Okay, I think that was a pretty good exchange for me. My hand is full and theirs is not. I found Stasis. I don't think I'm ready for Stasis. I think I'm going to play this Powder Keg, and then I'm just going to wait. Oh, are they Dark Ritual Curse Scrolling? Sure, you can do that. All right, so they have a Smother in hand. And if this is kind of just their engine, just a thing that they do, then I'm perfectly fine with this. How much more damage am I willing to take? Probably not a whole lot. Do I want to drop Stasis, though? When they've got 5 untapped swamps, not really. They've named Smother twice and revealed Smother twice. That could just be luck, but we'll have to see. I am going to Mana Short them now. They've moved to combat, they've played their land. I'm going to fall to 6. Yeah, they almost certainly have 2 Smothers in hand. That's just way too unlikely that that happened 4 times in a row. I'm not going to add a counter to Powder Keg. I am just going to drop Stasis. Am I more afraid of Wasteland or a spell? Probably more afraid of Wasteland. Do I want to pitch something to untap here? Yeah, I don't know if I need this Chain of Vapor. Double Black Vise, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play all of them out. I will put a counter on the Powder Keg. I will pitch a Chain of Vapor. And I will pay for Stasis here. I guess maybe I shouldn't have pitched Chain of Vapor. Maybe I should have only played out one of the Black Vises, because this leaves me a lot more vulnerable to Wasteland. But this is working out fairly well for me. Oops, I hit yes on the wrong thing. It's probably fine. Still having to get used to that. Powder Keg does make the upkeep sort of stuff a little bit harder. No there, hold down 3, pay for Stasis like this. Hero's taking 6 on this turn. Even if they wasteland me, I think I'm okay. Wow, and they've just kind of done nothing. Now the smother's out of their hand. That's funny. That's really funny. No, don't pitch. Pay like this. All right, and this game's over. Just pay one more time, and we're good. I didn't pilot this perfectly, but I didn't have to. I think they're on Moneyball Black. The Urza's baubles are throwing me off a little bit, but like Nantuko Shade, Withered Wretch, Duress, Cabal Therapy, Dark Ritual, Smother. Like this is just Moneyball Black stuff, right? So I'm gonna mark it down as that. All of my card advantage really came through. Oh, and my bad luck charm has also come through. Hello, sir. So how do I want to board here? Essence Flare is creature removal. That could be interesting. Flash of Insight is really good. I don't want to side out Portent. I don't think I want to side out Daze. I could side out a Counterspell, since counters aren't particularly strong. Maybe I just literally want to do it like this, and I don't even want the removal. And I just bring in Flash of Insight in over Counterspell. Maybe that's all I do. Do you agree, sir? I think he agrees. I cannot keep this hand. It's got only Forsaken City as its land. I am going to keep this, and I'm going to bottom the Mana Short. I guess I could have sided out Mana Short. So I could have sided out Mana Short and like a Daze or something. Stasis is going to get down. This is a relatively weak hand. I don't really like it. It could be improved somewhat. Portent is a decent way to improve it. Double Arcane Denial and Impulse, huh? I think I will keep these. I'm gonna make an Impulse sandwich out of these Arcane Denials. I don't want to put Impulse on top because if they have a Cabal Therapy and they name Impulse, then I don't want them to win. Oh, that's just a 6/6 creature, huh? Okay, well, I need to find an answer to that relatively quickly. Yeah, that's really big. Just Nantuko Shade. I think I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to Impulse here. I'm digging for not any of these cards. I guess I'll take the Forsaken City. Yeah, Arcane Denial isn't great. I wish I had done something pre-combat, honestly, so that I could safely just get this Grinning Demon off the table. If I find Stasis, though, then I think I'm in good enough shape. We're gonna have to see. Yeah, that's just a Withered Wretch. I need to find Stasis. It's time. Instead, I found Chain of Vapor, which is notably not Stasis. Ugh. I'm facing down lethal, even if I bounce the Grinning Demon. So I think I'm going to hold the Chain of Vapor. And that's Root Maze. That is not Stasis. All right, that's just game. I just got beat down. That turn 2 Grinning Demon really did do the work. Do I want to sideboard any more? I don't think so. Putting an Essence Flare on a Grinning Demon just feels terrible. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back. Can I please get a keepable 6? Or 7 or something, I guess? I'm going to keep this. I'm bottoming one of the islands. But this is a terrible hand. Variance is kind of just catching up to me here, I think. Oh, and they found Gush. Oh, I think I see what the Urza's Baubles are for then. They're to inform Cabal Therapy. And they did take the Gush. And now my hand just does nothing. Oh, but I ripped Powder Keg. That might be helpful. Continuing to just make my land drops. I can't do anything else. Yikes. This Cabal Therapy is going to take my Thwart. And I need to top deck very well in order to get out of this. Oh, but they're stuck on 2 lands. I am going to cast this Powder Keg, and I'm not going to blow up the other one. 16, 12, 8. Oh, I guess one of the Powder Kegs is going to blow up the other one, though, isn't it? So it doesn't matter. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad play. I didn't really think about it. Like, I was thinking I was going to pop this one on 3 first, but no. And yeah, I'm going to put a counter on each of them. Oh, I found Stasis. I think I just play that. Now that Stasis is in play, I'm feeling a lot better. This one is a no. This one is a yes. This is an always yield. This is an always yield. I'm going to pay. Found Arcane Denial. Can I do an always no? No, I can't. Just learning the play patterns here. That's another Stasis. I don't need that. Pitch Stasis. Chain of Vapor is a huge hit. I think Chain of Vapor is important enough that I'm actually going to pitch the Arcane Denial here. Ooh, but that is a Cabal Therapy. Yeah, I'm gonna let that go. Sorry, friend. I don't have Gush in hand. If I did, then I would have cast it immediately. Now the question is, do I keep my powder kegs? I guess I should have asked this question a little bit earlier with the first Cabal Therapy on the stack. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go. There was an argument for popping this powder keg with the first Cabal Therapy on the stack, but now it's a little bit too late, I think. I've already made the mistake. I'm not going to try and compound it because they could animate the Mishra's Factory and give themselves another creature for Cabal Therapy. And now I am pretty desperately searching for a Gush. Here we go. Dark Ritual. Let's just Hypnotic Spectre, though. I think I have to blow that up. I'm going to see what my draw step looks like. I hit Black Vise. Yeah, that needs to stay in hand. I'm going to blow this up now. All right. It's entirely possible that I just run out of cards. If the hero goes Swamp Duress, I die. I guess I don't die. I just lose my Stasis. Basic Island is a good hit. I like that. Dang, it's kind of crazy how desperately I am digging for a Gush right now. Like, I really want a Gush. Yep, there's Wasteland. Okay, well, they could have done it a little later, but they chose not to. This is going to unlock their hand. I have a single powder keg still available. I'm not going to continue paying for Stasis. Oh, I would have hit the Forsaken City right on top of my deck. No. No. That was like my one out. I guess I could have also hit a Gush, but the vast majority of the time I just tap my lands for no reason. Yikes. And they just had Haunting Echoes. Yeah, can I beat this? I don't think I can beat this. I'm just going to concede the game. Jeez. I made a calculated risk. I was thinking like, okay, well, I could draw something else, get the Stasis mana back sooner. I should have just paid for it, though. I would not have found Gush for... Oh, I would have had to pitch Root Maze. That stinks. Okay, so I made a call, and the call was wrong. I don't know, or at least the call didn't pay out. I don't know if it was the wrong call. I'm gonna have to think about that some before I actually make that decision. It's possible that I should have just paid again, but yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Let's move on to match 2. If you're enjoying the video and think you'd like watching more of what I make, please consider subscribing so YouTube can notify you when I go live and upload videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you. I am on the play in match 2 versus Taheen, and we've got a decent hand. I am going to keep this. It's got lands, it's got consistency, it's got stasis. I like this hand a lot. I can even find Counterspell if I want. I'm going to put Gush on the bottom, Counterspell on top, Portent in my hand. Oh, that's an Ancient Tomb. For a Sphere of Resistance. Yeah, I guess now I'm looking for lands. And I found the lands. I am going to draw lands. Gush on the bottom, Forsaken City there, Island there. I'm really lucky that I was on the play here. Okay, so this is just 5 mana. They can cast a card for free. They can play a card for free. Yeah, that's okay. Those Ancient Tombs are disgusting. Ran Dynamo, huh? How funny would it be to counterspell this Thran Dynamo and then stasis them? I'm gonna try that. Do I want to Gush? Gush costing mana really sucks. I'm debating whether I should do this at all. If they have a wasteland that's gonna hurt, I think I'm going to be patient. Another Ancient Tomb. For a Covetous Dragon. When you control no artifacts, sacrifice this creature. Yeah, okay. Just gonna pay 3 mana for an Impulse. And honestly, I think I'm taking Basic Island. All right, I guess it's time. Stasis. They're choosing to get their chunk in. I'm gonna pitch here, just like that. And I found Black Vise. It's a 2 mana Black Vise though. I think it actually might be worth it to pitch cast a Gush. Okay, now what? Probably pitching an Arcane Denial. Paying for Stasis that way. I can play Forsaken City and cast Black Vise. Wow, they're at 6. I wasn't even paying attention. They've tapped so many of these Ancient Tombs. What happens if I play a second Black Vise? So let's assume that they do not play any more cards. Next turn, they're going to go up to 5 cards in hand. Turn after that, they're going to go to 5 life, go to 6 cards in hand. Then they're going to go to 3, and then they're going to go to 0. That's 4 turns. If I play second Black Vise, then next turn they take none. Turn after that they take 2. Turn after that they take 4. So it cuts a turn off the clock. I am going to do something. I haven't decided what yet. I think I'm going to pitch Impulse and Island. I'm going to play like that. And I am going to Gush. And I think it's time to play Black Vise. I wonder what they're trying to cast. I probably will never know because they just conceded the game. Did a little bit of searching on MTG Top 8. Looks like this deck is playing Wildfires. I think I might want a Null, but I'm not sure. What do I not want? I not want Powder Keg. I think I can just push through a Sphere of Resistance. I might not want Flash of Insight. I want the Annuls. I want the Hydra Blast. Do I want Chill? I think that depends. Am I more afraid of the red spells or am I more afraid of the artifacts? And I think the answer is I'm more afraid of the artifacts. Daze is going to be bad against them, probably. Okay, let's try it like this. I don't know if this is correct or not. I say that a lot, but we're going to see. Yeah, I do think I'm just more scared of the artifacts. Well, this is certainly a hand that you could keep against the Mana Denial deck. I'm not going to. This is a hand that you could keep against the Mana Denial deck. I'm going to keep this, and I am actually going to bottom a land. They mold all the way down to 5. I'm just going to make land drops. Land drop, land drop, land drop, land drop. Lots of them. Lots and lots of land drops. I could chain this Thran Dynamo. That would be really funny. I don't know if I'm going to or not. Yeah, I think I'm not going to. Although I really could. They could recast it, but it would cost them their Standstone Needle. Yeah, I'm going to chain it. I think this is just going to set them back too far. All right. They have a Thran Dynamo and a basic mountain. And I continue to just rip basic islands off the top of my deck. I don't know how I feel about this. All right, that's just a 5 mana 4/4. Sure. Wow. Okay, that is a lot of islands. That is a lot of islands. Eventually, this Karn will just solo me. Yeah, and by eventually, I mean a lot sooner than eventually. They didn't attack with both Thran Dynamos. Okay, it's kind of time to find Stasis, I think. My life total is getting uncomfortably low. I'm going to Impulse over top of this Tangle Wire, I think. I didn't find Stasis. But the question is, do I want to Arcane Denial this? I think I have to. As much as I would like to take that Impulse, I think this just has to get countered. That's a Red Blast. Jeez. All right, we're going to the moon here. And that's game. All right. Lost on their mold of 5. I kind of just hit a bunch of islands. Like, I'm super flooded. Like, I was okay with having like 4, 5, maybe even 6 islands. But 9 islands is entirely too many islands. So I got flooded. It happens. Let's try and win game 3. Definitely more afraid of their artifacts than I am of their red spells, though. Let's just run this back. I'm going to keep this hand. It can find Stasis. It has a couple of basic islands in it already. I don't know if I'm just dropping Black Vise, though. Yeah, they mulled to 6. I'm just going to Portent on turn 1. I'm not going to worry about it too much. This isn't like a blue deck that's just going to cantrip until they die. I do like these cards. I think I'm going to put Portent on the bottom, Arcane Denial under that, and then Island in my hand, and watch them just lead on Sphere of Resistance. Uh-oh. Okay, it's just Defense Grid. Well, that makes Arcane Denial pretty terrible. Makes me wish I had stacked my stuff a little bit differently. Yikes, that's a Tangle Wire. Honestly, not as bad as it could have been, because I can Impulse over top of it. I'm just going to take the Portent. I'm trying to find Stasis at this point. Hey, I found Stasis. I don't think I want more counter magic. I think I'm looking for a Forsaken City, more lands, and that wasn't a ton of lands. That's just pretty good. I like that. Yeah, this Tangle Wire is just kind of not doing a whole lot right now. I could bounce the Defense Grid on my own main phase. I don't know how good that is. I don't know how good of a play that is. Masticore, huh? Well, this seems like a pretty good place to play Stasis, if you ask me. I am going to Gush here. I found Forsaken City, and I am going to... Do I think they have Wasteland? I have plenty of cards in hand just in case they do. Just gonna go ahead and do it like this. And now they have to tap the Masticore because they have to tap an untapped thing. And Masticore is the only thing they had that was untapped. All right, they discarded Thran Dynamo. I already have Black Vise in play. I guess I also have to tap a thing. Not really that big of a deal. I think I'm going to pitch probably Arcane Denial here. They're keeping around the Masticore. I'm going to attempt to get up to 4 mana, and I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to pitch a Thwart. I will pay for Stasis. I am officially at 3 mana here, which means that I can cast Thwart if I need to. I know that they're staying underneath my Black Vise here. I think that's fine. Gonna go ahead and do the trick again. Oh, don't worry, OSB. I have a plan for this. I will be able to push through this. It's just going to take a little bit of work. See, I've got 4 mana open right now. I can Gush starting next turn, get a little bit more mana going. Okay, that's a basic land. That's good. I think I will Gush now. Okay, Annul is fantastic. I need to get up to 7 mana. I'm getting close. I think I am going to actually pitch the Annul. I've set a stop in their upkeep. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to float off Forsaken City. I'm going to pitch this Thwart. I'm going to pay for the Stasis. I'm going to play an island. And now I have 7 untapped mana. With this 7 mana on their upkeep after they discard, I am going to Chain of Vapor my Stasis. They're going to Pyroblast, targeting Stasis. I am going to thwart this Pyroblast. Chain resolves. I am going to sacrifice a basic island. I am going to bounce the Masticore. And that play won the match. So I just needed 7 mana. I had all the tools I needed. I knew that they had the Red Blast somewhere in there. And my play after that was to untap. I was probably going to pitch a island to untap Forsaken City. I would have played Stasis again. I would have held up in 2 mana. And that would have been good enough. Defense grid, whatever. Defense grid is fine. All right, let's move on to match 3, actually.
Did losing to my prison deck leave you feeling bitter and despondent? Work through the stages of your grief with a membership to Fate Seal Magic on Patreon, YouTube, or Twitch. As your grief matures, you'll gain perks like early video access, lessons and sideboard guides, featuring your deck in a video, and can even co-host a stream once you reach acceptance. I hope to see you on your path to healing.
We're on the draw in match 3 versus Bjorn. I'm not going to keep this hand. It doesn't really do anything. I will begrudgingly keep this, and I will bottom a Thwart to do it. Geez. Dark Ritual, sure. For a Carnophage and a Shepherd of Rot. All right. I know what we're doing now. We are digging for Stasis. These cards are not Stasis, and they're not a way to find Stasis either. I could put Daze in my hand. I don't think I'm going to. Just going to shuffle. I am taking damage. Oof, ouch, owie. Jeez, that's another Carnophage. That's disgusting. Well, time for Powder Keg. I'm at 15. I'm going to be falling to 8 before I can really do anything. That's a lot of damage happening very quickly. Wow. I take it back. I'm falling to 6. No, I'm falling to 7. I do want to put a counter on this thing. And I think I'm going to blow the Powder Keg right now before this Shepherd of Rot can untap. That's another bad moon. Yeah, you got it. I'm going to chain your Shepherd. Desperately trying to stabilize here. Basic Island is a pretty good pickup. That means I can counter that Shepherd on the way back down. I might not want to. We're going to have to see. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go. Chain it again. And I don't know if I want these cards. Like, I don't want to commit to double Black Vise. I don't really want to be refilling their hand with Arcane Denial. I am just going to shuffle. Going to drop Black Vise now. And I found Arcane Denial anyway. I guess I am going to Arcane Denial this. All right. At least this cantrips. But I am kind of running on fumes here. I have counterspells for the next couple of things, but I desperately need to find Stasis. I think I let the duress go. I'm countering this. That is a 4-power attacker. Basic Island is not what I need. Yep, that needs to get countered. I need something really good off the top of my deck right now. And that's something really good off the top of my deck right now. Stasis. Daze is an excellent pickup. I like this a lot. Basic Island is okay. It kind of makes me scared that they're not really doing anything except making land drops, which is really what I do not want them to do. All their threats just hit for so hard. So I did a search for this deck on MTG Top 8, and it's kind of just a toss-up whether they play Wastelands or not. I'm going to assume that they do place Wasteland. And I'm going to try and tap this Forsaken City. It's going to feel bad if I find Root Maze, yes. But everything kind of feels bad right now. Ooh, that's another city. I'm playing that. That's insulation against Wasteland. Jeez, Dark Ritual, huh? That's just a 4-power attacker. I'm going to let it go. Yeah, that sucks. I hate that. Another city. I need like Gush or something. I need Thwart. Another one. And they're just continuing to make their land drops. Come on, just tap out for like a Graveborn Muse or something. Something that I can cleanly counter. Okay, Arcane Denial is something. Interesting. Diabolic Edict on yourself to trigger your Rotlung Reanimator. I have to cast Arcane Denial on this. I don't have a choice. Okay, and that's something that I can Daze. Fantastic. My hand just lined up really well against that, fortunately. I'm still barely hanging in there. Just barely. Oh, thank goodness this doesn't tap for any colored mana. That's great. Unfortunately, though, every single deck that plays this card also plays Wasteland. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's really not good. That's really not good. That is a Carnophage that can attack. Now my out is Chain of Vapor, and that's not Chain of Vapor. All right, that is a concession. Yikes. I did my best, but I was just under too much pressure too quickly. That Bad Moon, man, that really did something. That was really tough. So how do I want to play against this deck? I don't know if I want Essence Flare still. I think I still want the Flash of Insight. I think Mono Short can go. I don't want all of my counter spells. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run it like this. That was just an insane amount of pressure. That happened way too fast. And I am behind on where I want to be with clock, so I'm gonna have to play fast now. I can't keep this. That's a mulligan. Do I keep this? I think I'm gonna mulligan again. I'm gonna keep bottom, Black Vise, and Daze, and hope that I don't get duressed. If I do get duressed, I think I have to Daze it. I don't know if I Daze a Dark Ritual, though. Well, I got duressed. Yep, just in time for my bad luck charm to come see what I was doing. That hurts. The Dark Ritual first. I don't know if I should have Dazed that, though. And they've got pressure. I don't know if I should have Dazed that or not. Honestly, the cat is distracting me. Okay, Arcane Denial is something, but I'm just immediately under pressure. All right, nothing. I sure am glad that my counterspells cantrip. That's just a 1-power attacker. I'm gonna let that go. Okay, Powder Keg is down. Powder Keg should hopefully buy me some time. Although not a ton of time, because I'm once again falling to a really low life total. I think I have to take the hit. I don't want to chain Carnophage and then have them chain my Powder Keg. That would set me back way too far. Still nothing. I think I'm going to blow it on their upkeep. Actually, no. I can wait. What on earth? Have target player lose life equal to the number of zombies on the battlefield? I didn't know this was a cycle. Blow up your board, bounce Carnophage, lose 0, because that's just disgusting. And they can put that card back on top of their deck with Unholy Grotto if they wanted to as well, right? Yeah, because it's a zombie itself. Of course it is. I have to Arcane Denial this. And Carnophage is coming down around Daze. Jeez. No Stasis in sight. That turn 1 duress on Dark Ritual just really did a lot of work. I mean, I just have to counter this, right? Yeah, I'm gonna counter this. This feels terrible, by the way. If you think this feels bad to watch, it feels even worse to play. Okay, we have Gush. Let's see if we can hit Stasis here. I hit Forsaken City and Root Mace. Oh boy, of course I did. I think I'm just dead. I'm gonna concede the game. Honestly, part of it is I just don't want to play this game anymore. I'm too far behind. I think I mulled to 5. Impulse was on top of my deck, and it wouldn't have found a Stasis anyway. Yeah, I was in the garbage. I was not going to win that. Yeah, I could have probably changed something and Arcane Denialed something. I don't know. I'm on the play against Coming From Behind, ooh, and I am going to do my best to not get got from behind. I will keep this hand. They kept 7, I kept 7. Turn 1 Black Vise. Are you going to foil this or what? Nope. Seems like the sort of player that has a lot of stops set. I might be able to take advantage of that. Yeah, it's a blue player. They're casting Portent. I don't know why they have a stop set on their own beginning of combat, but whatever. They've taken another 3 damage. Do they have the turn 2 Dreadnought if they're playing Dreadnought at all, which they probably are? They've definitely got a turn 2 Portent, which is gonna continue cantripping, I guess. I'm fine with that. Can I hit a land draw? Yes, I can. I like that a lot. They're at 11. There's the Dreadnought. There's Vision Charm. I'm gonna try and deny the Vision Charm. Don't tell me you don't have a foil. You have to have a foil, right? There's the foil. Pitching Island and Stifle. All right, so Dreadnought comes down. And now, unfortunately for you, you will need to contend with Gush into Stasis. Ooh, off Forsaken City even. I'm glad I saved my land draw. Now I can even protect this with Arcane Denial. Dreadnought will not phase in. And I did notice last turn that they didn't make a land drop. They didn't make one this turn either. I did the Forsaken City trick where I kept mana floating the whole time, but I don't think I'm going to do it again. Oh, they just don't want to play anymore. Sure. Yeah, I mean, you just kind of kept too many cards in hand, I guess. Black Vise really did a lot of work there. Thanks, Black Vise. I love you. With how hard this league has been, I'm kind of grateful to just have some easy wins. Okay, we are playing against Dreadnought, which means that I want the Gaia's Blessings, I want the Annul, and I want the Flash of Insights. And I'm going to be taking out Portents because they're too slow. Maybe not super slow, but still. I'm going to take out an Forsaken City and one Stasis. I'm trying this out. Powder Kegs are still really good, so I like that. And honestly, Root Maze. I think that Root Maze is just too difficult to get working against a deck that has a bunch of 0 and 1 mana spells that are also counterspells. So I'm not completely cutting the Stasis package, but I am trimming it down. Oh, they're mulling to 5. They're scared of Black Vise. I hit Gush, which is a really good card to have in this matchup. I'm just sitting on a ton of resources here. Do they have the turn 2 Not? They have turn 2 something. Turn 2 Gush. Yeah, they're definitely trying something here. Oh. Do I want to try and punish this? I think so. I'm going to chain their Dreadnought. Oh, that just worked. That just worked. That was an extremely aggressive line for them to take. I thought that they would have had like double counterspell backup or something ridiculous. Yeah, well, now I have a counterspell of my own. Are they going for it again? They are going for it again. That's another Vision Charm. I'm going to try and do the same thing, except this time I can clap back with Stasis much harder. Sure, that's fine. Are they digging for the foil or are they digging for the islands? I don't know. Well, they found foil. I'm not going to fight any harder than that. Yeah, that's one island out of their hand now. Well, I found a null, which would have been lovely a little bit ago, but, you know, it's fine. I'm not mad. You're mad. And they don't have the foil for Stasis because they fought too hard to get Dreadnought into play, and they're just F6ing through their turn. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I was going to Gush, but now I've found Thwart. Although, I guess I have a land drop to make still, right? So I could just have Thwart available for next turn. Yeah, now I've got Thwart open. And Arcane Denial open, actually. So maybe now I will start pitching to the Forsaken City. Chain of Vapor, I am going to just Arcane Denial this. And that just happened. Okay, that's fine. I love counterspells that cantrip. Arcane Denial, I think I have officially warmed up to. Let me see what resources they have left. They have 2 Vision Charms in the graveyard. They have a Stifle in the graveyard. They've used 2 Gushes already. A Foil's gone. 1 Chain of Vapor's gone. They have nothing in exile. So they're churning through their deck a little bit. Unfortunately, I think that these Flash of Insights are just Stasis food at this point. Oh, oops. I accidentally did this the wrong way. In that case, I am going to not exile a card from my hand for no reason. And I am going to pay for Stasis. Yeah, because of that, now I need another land in order to untap the Forsaken City. Or rather, keep this Arcane Denial up. And I found Black Vise. I don't think I need to deploy Black Vise yet. I think I can be patient. I think the time for Powder Keg has passed. Yeah, the hero's just been discarding cards here. All right, another island is really good. Do I still want a null? I'm not sure. I definitely want Arcane Denial to counter this Chain of Vapor. That's Thwart. I do actually want Arcane Denial specifically to resolve, so I am going to Thwart back. Foil on Thwart, that will resolve. Do you have another foil? Let's find out together. That's a no. I am going to discard probably an island. I think I'll find more islands before all these 5 islands are used up. Hey, look at that. It's another island. I think I will pitch an island here. Honestly, I think it's time to drop Black Vises. That's great. Pitching another island, paying for Stasis, and I am just going to attempt to do the exact same thing again. Like maybe this will get countered. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, storm count is 2, notably. So that means they do have brain freezes. And I'm kind of starting to run out of cards in hand. I'm also starting to fall behind a little bit on clock. Okay, yeah, you can tap out for a Sabo's Web. That's fine. That was weird. I still haven't found another Gush. The heroes used how many Gushes? Still only 2, huh? And they just conceded the game. Why? Why did they concede? We were still playing. You hadn't quite caught up to me from behind. Ooh, whatever. I was fine with taking the win. Just on to match 5. I am on the draw in match 5 versus SOANGRY, who is actually really nice in chat. I'm gonna keep this hand. Really looking to find another island. Oh, they're mulling to 5 too. Well, my hand's not particularly strong, so maybe they can overpower it. If they're on elves, then they can mulligan to 0 and literally still win the game. Like, it just doesn't matter. I found Root Maze. Just ripped off the top of the deck. Okay, maybe we can make something work here. Yeah, Powder Keg, I don't care about. Okay, we're getting somewhere. If I can rip Stasis, then I might be able to put up a fight. Oh, Cephalid Coliseum, huh? Are they also on Stasis? Don't know. I kind of want these cards. I think I'm going to make an island sandwich. They kind of are doing a whole lot of nothing here. Oh, it's the Stasis Mirror. I knew they were too nice. I knew it. So now what? I'm lower on cards in deck than they are. They have Cephalid Coliseum as well. I think the outcome of this match or game might already be predetermined. I'm going to speed up my play. Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop the Root Maze. That's fine. So this game might already be predetermined, but there are still a couple of ways that I can attempt to win the match. The biggest way is through time. I'm going to remove their beginning of combat step. I'm going to always yield to as many things as I possibly can. There is no Black Vise in play right now, so I'm just going to not pitch my cards. Okay, and the opponent, not necessarily a hero because they are playing Stasis, has decided to put a Black Vise on the stack. I think I am going to chain that. And now that I know that they have one, I think it is time for me to do something. I'm going to pitch the Chain of Vapor here. Just going to continue to hold open my spells. Black Vise is going to happen. That's fine. I am going to itch Mana Short, you think? Okay, and I've got Triple City. My own Black Vise. Don't mind if I do. That's fine. There's more of those where that came from. I'm going to attempt to win this match on time. It's going to be a very long and slow process, but it will happen eventually. Got 4 counterspells in hand. That should be good enough. They're gushing. Brings them to 41 cards in deck. I'm going to counterspell the Black Vise. Yeah, they're bleeding time to all of these triggers. It's the stacking them that's causing a lot of trouble, I think. I think this next turn I'm going to pitch Impulse, but I'm not going to pitch anything else. Trying to keep my hand at a reasonable size, just in case a Black Vise comes down again. I don't want to take a bunch of damage. Although I have 3 cities, like I can pitch my hand pretty dang quickly if I need to. So maybe I shouldn't be pitching anything at all, and I should just be holding. I'm removing their end step stop. That way I can just kind of hold down the 4 key and not have to worry about it. Yeah, just like that. Okay, yeah, that's saving me some time. That was a good strategy. I think I'm going to pitch 1 Stasis here, and also probably Gush. Yeah, they're bleeding time. That's exactly what I want to be doing here. And I'm going to pitch both of these Stasis. I also am probably going to pitch Chain of Vapor. Yeah, I'm going to pitch all of them. And that additional Powder Keg is just going to give them another prompt here. I'm not sure if they're auto-yielding properly. Black Vise is down. I don't care about that. I think I will pitch a Flash of Insight here. Oh, my own Black Vise. Yeah, I'll cast that. I don't know if I protect this. I think I just let it go if it gets countered. They're impulsing. Well, that impulse is an additional card out of their deck. Okay, Black Vise hit. This is almost certainly going to be completely irrelevant. Chain of Vapor on their own Black Vise. All right. That's a weird play. Oh, so that they can use the Powder Keg? Sure, whatever. I have a bad feeling that they might have something like an Upheaval in their deck. Yeah, that's a lot of mana. There's the Upheaval. Okay, I am going to hardcast a Thwart on that. That's a counterspell. I am going to thwart the upheaval again. Actually, I'm going to pitch cast this time. Surely they have all of this covered, right? And that's Gush. Is this for foil? That's Gush again. If I don't die to this, then I think I win. That's foil. All right. Arcane Denial on upheaval. Surely they have another counterspell, though. There's Impulse. So you're telling me that they're still digging. You know what I could have done in retrospect? I don't think I needed all of these islands in play. I could have been more aggressive about pitching lands to Forsaken City to make it so that upheaval doesn't actually hurt that badly. These are the sorts of things that make the difference in Stasis mirrors. And I'm glad that I'm taking the time to think about it. Yeah, I could have just played around upheaval by just not dumping all my stuff down. Wow, they're really digging. That's Cephalid Coliseum used. I would have thought that they would have been able to play around triple counterspell here. There it is. Okay, so that is everything. Have they played a land this turn? No, they haven't. That's a shame. All right, well, in that case, I am going to take a nice fat chunk of damage from this Black Vise. I'm going to take 10 and fall to 7. I think that there is a chance that I can get out of this. Oh, I only fell to 8. Okay. Oh, because I miscalculated, right? It's an excess of 4, not an excess of 3. I think I keep the Root Maze in hand, discard 6 islands here. Oh, that's second Black Vise. I'm going to fall to 2. I have to pitch a card. Is that just game? I think that might just be game. Yeah, I can't get rid of all of my cards. Oh, I'm going to cast the Powder Keg, and I've got 5 cards in hand. Oh, they had Chain of Vapor anyway. All right, yeah, that's game. I am actually going to play this out for time reasons. Yeah, Daze. All right. And I'm dead, just like that. So this is me not playing around upheaval. I am going to be more aware of this in the future, and I'm also going to keep the number of cards that I have in play low. Okay, so what do I want to bring in here? Honestly, I want stuff that is not going to get stuck in hand. So Powder Kegs are good. Forsaken Cities are kind of insane, actually. I'm going to keep 1 Stasis in the deck. Only 1. I don't think I cut a single counterspell. I think I need all of them. I want Gaia's Blessings. I want Annuls. Having Arcane Denial actually kind of hurts in this particular matchup. Do I want to get rid of Gush? If I do get rid of all of my Gushes, then that would give me room to add stuff like Essence Flare, which would be creature removal, in case they're on something like a Meddling Mage. This is a wild sideboarding plan. Do I keep this? I think I'm going to be a little more aggressive about mulliganing. I'm going to keep this. And honestly, I'm getting rid of the Portent. No Black Vise for you. Do they have this backed up by a Daze or a foil? No, it just happened. I kept a 1-lander because of that. No Black Vise for you. Yikes, backed by Daze. All right. Well, I am going to take damage, but I found Island. Okay, that's great. So I can stay underneath Black Vise. Powder Keg's coming down. Maybe. They probably have some sort of counterspell here. Yeah, that's fine. Their own Powder Keg, sure. I'm still not interested in using Impulse. I'm going to delay that for as much as I possibly can. I found Forsaken City. That's huge. I need to be aware of upheaval. I think I am just pitching Impulse. I need to decide how many lands I want. I think I want no more than 6 islands in play. I'm going to pitch a Chain of Vapor here. All right, that's island number 6. I am not putting any more islands in. They're hardcasting Gush. I am taking a very different approach here. Yeah, that's an Impulse. So now I can afford to cast 1 Arcane Denial, even if they Cephalid Coliseum me. 1 Arcane Denial, 1 Portent, 1 Impulse. Okay, that's an actual counterspell used on that. I need to remember that I'm not playing any more islands for the rest of the game. That Gush means that I can now afford 3 cantrips. Yeah, second Black Vise is whatever. Flash of Insight, hard cast out of hand means that I can now afford 4 cantrips. Yeah, we were tied on time a little bit ago, but now the hero's really under the gun. Powder Keg is a huge hit. I'm going to cast that. They let it go. That's curious. That makes me think that they might try and blow their own Powder Keg. I am going to chain their powder keg in response to this trigger. All right, they let that go. So now they have to have a chain of vapor, or I guess they could just go for upheaval here. Have they played a land? No. I've got one counterspell. That's what I'm going to do. I have made an attempt to play around upheaval Black Vise. All right, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and this is a lot less damage than it could have been. I'm going to take 4 from each Black Vise, so that's 8. I'll fall to 12. All right, now I'm taking 3 from each Black Vise. I'm falling to 6. I will pitch a land here. I'm going to play an island, and I'm going to cast my own powder keg. That's fine, that got countered. I don't think that they're on any shenanigans. I am going to pitch Stasis here, specifically because it's a permanent that can be, well, bounced with a chain of vapor. And I don't want that to happen. Okay, they're flashing for 4. They have their own Gaia's Blessings, and I have successfully made it underneath Black Vise. I'm going to pitch an island here. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to mono short them, and I'm going to cast Black Vise. Maybe this will resolve, maybe it won't. It didn't. That's fine. I have 2 more in the deck, but honestly, the game's not about that anymore. The game is about the clock. So I'm going to start auto-yielding to everything, and literally every single thing I am pitching to Black Vise, or Forsaken City. They're still digging, though. That worries me. No, that Red Maze needs to be pitched. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm just going to pitch it. I wish there was a cantrip that lets you fail to find. That would be great. But I still might have 1 too many permanents in between all of the things that I'm trying to do. Okay, the hero finally found a Forsaken City. If they have a Gaia's Blessing in hand, I'm going to daze it. Yeah, I'm just going to daze this. I am going to hard cast it so that I don't have a permanent in hand. Upheaval, Gaia's Blessing, and Black Vise? Sure. I too have Gaia's Blessings in my deck somewhere. Do I want to pitch this Thwart? I have the time to think about it. I am going to pitch it. Maybe that was a mistake. Just feel like I have 1 too many permanents in play. I wish I only had like 2 islands. That's Gaia's Blessing again. I am going to counter this. All right, sure. Essence Flare, that's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, they're running out of time. I am going to be pitching city to city. I'm not playing it. I have a Black Vise. I think I will actually keep Black Vise. Oh, they can loop their Cephalid Coliseum. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to pitch Black Vise here. Gaia's Blessing. Oh, this is an opportunity for me to thwart. Yeah, I will thwart this. And I said this at the beginning, right at the start, that the clock was probably going to be my win condition, and there it is. Oh wait, no, I need to pass priority, hang on. Okay, now there it is. By the skin of our teeth, we get a positive record in the league. I hate to say it, but this is not paper magic. Games play out differently. You have to be able to execute. I have learned my lesson with this, and that is that, first of all, the Cephalid Coliseum does actually come in real handy versus the Stasis mirrors, because they could just deck me. And second off, well, I mean, you just kind of have to execute. That's my game plan. Like, the whole Cephalid Coliseum Gaia's Blessing thing, like, that's fine and all. That's technically a win condition, but that takes so much time. That takes a ridiculous amount of time. And it's very slow. And this deck is very slow to play. Maybe that's changed my mind on Cephalid Coliseum. Probably not. Let us go ahead and wrap up. So this is another positive record with Stasis. I'm not mad about it in the slightest. I think that this list is much closer to something that I would want to play as a mono blue Stasis list than the list that I played the last time. Daze was kind of clutch. Arcane Denial, I think I finally have fully warmed up on. I think I like Arcane Denial. Outside of really niche situations, I think it's really good. Powder Keg seemed very useful, and I just like the big fat pile of basic islands. I like that I can just gush and thwart and not really have to worry about it. I kind of miss Fire Ice. I kind of don't. I feel like it's kind of just like a flavor of the week sort of thing. Like, I could probably go either way, depending on how I'm feeling. And right now I'm feeling mono blue. I might want to have a little bit more game against these black discard decks. It's really rough. So I don't know what exactly I'm going to be checking for them, but I think I should figure out something, because the black discard decks are a lot harder than I thought they were. And maybe just having a single flash of insight in my sideboard for them is probably not good enough. But besides that, and all of the insane trouble that we went through in this league, I think that this list is getting closer. I like it. I like mono blue. I'm going to say it. I like it. And I'll continue working on it until I can present y'all with something that I can 100% put my name behind.
This program is made possible by generous funding from these sponsors, and also by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to Fate Seal Magic from viewers like you. Thank you.